Jason.
Welcome back to What Podcast?
I'm Alston.
I'm Becca.
I'm Abriana.
Good night.
Bye.
Jason's not here. I was like, Jason would get a kick out of this.
I know, if his bitch ass would show up for once. Jason Derulo.
Everybody's looking for love.
Wow.
Ain't that the reason we're at this club?
Whoa.
You ain't gonna find it dancing with him.
No.
What's the next line?
I don't know.
No.
No. Oh, no.
Be the one. Ropes.
You'll see a side of
love you never know.
I can see it going down in
my head.
I see
You all over me
In my head.
You fulfill my
forgot.
fantasy in my head.
Oh, I guess I
You'll be
was like-
screaming, oh.
His name is Jason DePulo.
We're children. And I just want to let the audience know we did sleep this time. We're just this silly. Anyway.
Halloween was yesterday, and surprisingly in Michigan, it did not snow on Halloween, but it sure as shit snowed today.
Yeah, we woke up to take the dogs out, and it was definitely snowing.
And our windshield was iced.
Yep, we had to literally sit in the car and wait for it to heat up. And I thought our car was like up again because it wouldn't remote start. It's because he left his key in his coat in the car. And our car will not remote start if a key is in the car.
So stupid.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was a rough morning. And then it just kept snowing today, but there's none right now.
It's not like snowing enough to be sticking to the ground. It doesn't stay cold enough all day. But yeah, it's definitely snowing.
I was happy though, because I did say I didn't want snow until after my birthday.
I was really hopeful
And it
that
happened.
Halloween would be like warmer this year because of the weird summer we had
I
and like how long it
know.
was. I was like, there's no way like winter's not gonna hit till later this year. It's never our luck. We always say in Michigan, when you buy your kids Halloween costumes, buy them a size up so you can fit their winter jackets underneath.
Yeah, that's no joke. And let me tell you, her kids showed up to our house with their winter coats underneath
Little
their
puffballs.
costumes. It was really cute though. We had 17 trick-or-treaters yesterday.
We don't get any. We live on a
And
highway.
we live in a sketchy ass looking building.
Yeah.
And we heard multiple people walk by and be like, should we go into this one? And then they would just
They just
keep
kept walking. I'm like, damn, we hand out ramen and candy.
I don't even care.
And I had cupcakes.
Yeah.
I don't care either. It's
Missing
fine.
Out.
It's fine because you know what I did with my extra ramen and candy? We donated to Little Brother's Friends of the Elderly this morning. We gave 5 bags of food, actually. They gave our building 5 bags because there's 5 apartments, and we filled all 5. So,
I should actually go through my pantry, my cabinets, because I'm sure I have stuff in there. Also, you guys,
Yeah.
It's November 1st. So as much as we
exactly.
hate to be like downers on here, millions, like what, 40 million people
42.
Yeah.
are not going to receive their food stamps this month. And maybe, I mean, we don't know how long this is going to last. And political beliefs aside, no child deserves to starve.
Or elderly person.
No
Or
person.
elderly or disabled person. And this is the time that you come together as a community. If you have extra food, donate it. If you have extra money, donate it. If you have extra time, donate it. Ask your neighbors, ask your friends if they need food, if they need a hot meal. Any way you can help. Those are all small things you can do to help feed the people that cannot feed themselves right now. And I don't want any comments about any bullshit about SNAP because we're all human.
Everyone deserves food.
48% of people that are on SNAP are already working full-time jobs.
20% of them
20
are children.
and like 16% are elderly. So that doesn't leave a lot of room for these people that are just grifting off of federal aid.
1% of SNAP recipients are scamming the system.
Yeah.
That's a very
1%.
low percent.
And how about instead of complaining about whether or not people deserve food stamps, we start making the world affordable. well, this country specifically, because people should be making a lot more.
I will say though, we went through because we were like, I don't even know what we can donate, but we went through. We got 2 bags just from our house, and please do not donate outdated stuff.
They will get rid of it. They won't.
Or at least like it has to be just within like a week or so. Like, you know what I mean? Don't be giving
I don't think
old ass shit.
I don't think food banks, and I mean, I guess I'm not sure about right now, but I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to give outdated stuff away.
Well,
Bonnie gets
we get outdated stuff.
Oh, well, then maybe.
So, but that's like we've literally, my mom has gotten peanut butter that was like a year old from them. So that's, but I don't know if they check dates. Like I feel like they get donations and they just like hand it back out. Like
It might be different
up here.
for
It's
every-
hard. Well, and they only have so many volunteers up here too. That's why what she's saying is so true. If you have time, and not that a lot of people have time, but if you do, like volunteering for this stuff is really important. And like Little Brothers up here, like we just found out because my dad is disabled, and you can get free rides to hospitals because you know how we have to travel to go to a lot of bigger hospitals. My dad has to go to a kidney clinic that's 2 hours away, and he can't really walk anymore, so he has to get like a wheelchair lift, and none of us have that. Like my dad had to go to the ER the other day, and they straight up, the nurses were like, yeah, y'all need a wheelchair lift, like in this economy, but also
literally
like
can't even afford the medical bills.
right, let alone like a wheelchair lift. But the volunteers for that that you're not allowed to pay them or anything. You can like offer them to like give them lunch, and they bring you to what appointment you need to. So like if you can volunteer like that or donate to them, do it.
Another easy thing to do is send a bag of snacks to school with your kid.
Yeah.
To give it to the teacher to give discreetly to a kid who might not have food. I know there was like 31 backpacks before. Are they still doing that? I don't even know.
Yeah, there's
think so.
There's like 31 backpacks which is a program where they make food for kids. Like they'll make a bunch of sandwiches, and then they'll give you enough for like if for the weekend, or if you're going on like a school holiday, they'll give you enough to cover that. There's so many beneficial programs out there that just need people. They need bodies to help.
And a big thing that people don't think about donating is dry or like processed milk, non-perishable milk.
we gave a good amount away today. I was very happy.
So people get cereal, or oil. That's another thing, because a lot of the like pesticides need oil and water. So it's just
Yeah, and you have to think
Try
some
to
people don't have any of that.
seasonings. There's just, I don't know. Get to know your local food banks.
Just remember, if you're donating mac and cheese, most people are not going to have milk or butter. But if you do give mac and cheese and dry milk, at least they could have the milk to go with it. Because I will say, in college, I was broke and I never had milk, but I always had butter for some reason. I think it was because I was obsessed with pancakes, so I always had butter. So I made my mac and cheese with just butter and the cheese packet and a little bit of water. So you always can just use one or the other, but mac and cheese with just water is not really great.
And another thing we included in our bag was those things you printed out.
Oh yeah, I did. So I shared this on my Facebook, but also go follow Dollar Tree Dinners. She has an entire, all those meals it's called a meal in a bag, and they think they're believed $6 and $8 per bag, and it's an entire meal. There's recipes that go with it, and everything is non-perishable, and you could donate that type of bag to your local food pantry with the recipe. Because one thing a lot of people don't realize is a lot of people don't know what to do with canned stuff. Like you look at beans and diced tomatoes or like corn, and it's like, what do I do with this?
Also, you can replace oil, eggs, and water in a cake mix with a can of Sprite.
And applesauce is an egg substitute for a lot of baking. What tips do we have because like all of us are pretty frugal, and we have been broke on and off throughout our lives, if not our whole lives.
If you need more protein, beans, lentils, like you can get the dried beans and just rehydrate them, and they're super cheap. Rice is always something good to keep on hand.
Yes.
Also super cheap and is a great filler. It will fill you up. Good like carbohydrate.
Flour and yeast is pretty cheap, so making your own bread is always an
easy
option.
too.
Bagels,
Oh yeah, bagels are super easy
pretzels.
I want to emphasize this to I know we don't have 1 million viewers or anything yet, but a lot of things that are processed or like easy to grab are like so easy to make at home. And it's so much healthier for you, even though sometimes it does take time. But if you make it or like take a day or two and make a few things, like you can save money, like bread.
Also, nutritional yeast is really
Yes.
good if you need to get those extra nutrients and stuff.
And it's usually used in vegan meals as a cheese replacement. So that's
Also, if you have mashed potato flakes, because some people, like my dad swears he doesn't like instant mashed potatoes, but loves KFC mashed potatoes.
and he
Which are
likes the ones
instant.
we make.
Make it make sense. But if you have instant mashed potatoes and you don't want to just always use it as instant mashed potatoes, I use it as a soup thickener. And that also adds like filler to your soup because now you're also eating like kind of mashed potatoes.
And you can make gnocchi
gnocchi.
from them.
Stock up on pasta. Pasta's relatively inexpensive.
Yeah. And also like sausages, like a kielbasa or like a smoked beef sausage. Like they may be salty-esque, but
Or even hot dogs.
yeah, hot dogs even. If you cut hot dogs like thinner and like crisp them up and mix it with pasta and like beans or like whatever you're making, or even we've made like soup with hot dogs before, which sounds insane. But if you can change the flavor of
And
things and
we-
bulk your stuff up.
We made soup with hot dogs. We gave it to our friend who doesn't like hot dogs. And she wouldn't even have known if we didn't tell her.
What kind of soup?
Just
It was like potato and corn chowder-esque.
yeah.
And it was
Genuinely,
really good.
though, even if like
My dad liked that too.
meat is so expensive, so like beans are just such a great alternative. And yeah, hot dogs, you can get cheap hot dogs, especially like the cheaper ones are good for things like that you add to. Like my kids and my husband are hot dog snobs. Like we have one brand that they will eat on a bun, but I guarantee if I were to get like the cheap hot dogs and throw them in mac and cheese or whatever else, they would eat them.
Yeah, I don't think they'd complain.
And like quick and easy meals that are somewhat nutritious. You can get one of those like flavored pasta sides, some sort of meat, like chicken or whatever, and then a can of veggies, and that's a pretty basic meal. Feeds like 4 people plus.
Casseroles are the easiest thing to make with like I know there's some people who are probably so food insecure out there that they don't have this option, and in that case hit up your local food bank because they give so many like canned goods and stuff away. But casseroles, you can throw anything in a casserole,
Yeah.
genuinely.
And a big tip, if you don't like the taste of canned veggies, saute them in margarine, oil, salt, pepper.
And rinse them
Yes,
really
rinse
well.
them.
That's the thing. You can change the flavor of a lot of things just by recooking it, which sounds weird, but like sauteing something like changes the flavor of it, or roasting it in the oven.
Like
If
a
y'all
lot of
think we should do a cooking segment on our pod, let us know.
We cook. We eat. We've said this before, but we eat right before this. We just had loaded baked potatoes before this,
So good.
and we had like chunks of chicken, barbecue chicken. We had queso. We had cheese, sour cream.
Fried
Obs made
onions.
the crispiest bacon.
and
We had fried
potato.
onions. We had
Potatoes were genuinely the first bite of that potato was like, oh my god,
Orgasm in a bottle.
so good.
we used Mike's hot honey also.
I still haven't tried that.
It's pretty good.
I didn't want to ruin a whole potato and not,
In case you
know,
didn't like-
not
yeah.
like it.
Oh, if you don't like meatloaf, our friend told us make it in a cupcake pan, because then it's like the end slice every time.
Ooh,
It's crispy all around.
That's a good idea.
Also, if you don't have like, because you know how some people add breadcrumbs, you can just add some stuffing mix instead of the breadcrumbs.
yeah. Food banks give out lots of stuffing too. A lot
Yeah.
of people donate
and
stuffing.
That's another thing you can add potato flakes to that works instead of breadcrumbs to combine.
Hidden cough in the background.
Breathy.
I've been sneezing so much.
This weather
That
change.
time of year.
It's rough.
Look into the light.
Bless you.
It like contracts my whole gut.
We're too full for that.
Another way you can help out your community is sharing where they can find resources. If that is, if there's one thing you can do, minimum effort, it is find local Facebook pages, find local food banks, and share them with your people. Share them on social media. Make sure people are aware of where they can go to get help if they need it. Because again, no one should go hungry. That's like and I need to say this so clearly that everybody hears me. This is violence against Americans. This is
Domestic
violence.
terrorism.
Starving citizens is an act of violence.
Yep.
You don't have to be hitting or punching or worse, which I don't want to say on here, to be considered violent. Starving citizens is an act of violence.
Starving citizens is a war crime. Mm-hmm. And you're doing it to your own citizens. Let that sink in. I can't feel my face when I'm with you.
But I love it.
But I love it.
Oh.
I will say though, like, I think it's, if you have a problem with what people buy in food stamps, it should be none of your business. If you think of what people can eat better with food stamps, show them. I think a lot of people don't realize people don't know how to cook, and you might not know how to cook. You just might have the money to be able to go buy convenience food every time when other people don't have that luxury. I went to cooking school. I've learned a lot of different ways. I never, like, my parents didn't eat like beans and all this stuff growing up, but when you learn other things or like dive into different cultures, you see how people can feed like families for pretty cheap, like pennies on the dollar, genuinely. Find out what you like and what you don't like, and don't knock it till you try it.
Also, I guarantee that you are going out to eat a lot more than the mom who's buying a fucking frozen pizza for her kids.
And if you're mad that a family wants to have convenience once in a while, you are the problem. Because you could have convenience every night. Why is it so hard or terrible for somebody who is already struggling to have a nice, easy night for once? Mm-hmm. And I think I've seen so many more people, if there's videos of like people complaining about grocery prices, it's mainly a mother who has gone shopping and they have like 6 cases of pop and like frozen pizzas and like sandwiches and like Jimmy Dean stuff, and it's just like chips and all this stuff. Like, how can you, just because you can buy that with your cash and it's expensive, like, that's your choices. No one's telling you to buy all this convenience stuff. You chose that. Who cares if someone on Snap did the same thing?
I need to say this because this argument is so annoying.
And it's exhausting.
Because people who buy junk food with their food stamps, they're not going to get more money because they bought junk food with their food stamps. If they bought healthy food, they would still get the same amount of money that they get buying junk food. So why do you care? It's not changing the amount of money they're getting just because they don't buy what you expect them to buy.
I just think that it's just so, I just like looking at, that's my whole point of what I was trying to say too, is just like, go look at what you buy in the store and why is it so terrible if somebody on food stamps gets the same thing as you?
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, remind yourself of this: unhealthy food is cheaper than healthy food, which means a single mom who's feeding 3 kids can stretch that money farther if she buys the convenience food, if she buys the frozen food. That money lasts her longer than if she buys fresh fruits and vegetables, fresh salads, fresh whatever. So that's and I understand you guys are mad, which I don't fucking understand why you're mad about what anybody feeds their kids. I'm not looking at people in the grocery store saying, oh my God, you shouldn't be buying that. It's none of my damn business.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever looked in somebody else's cart and was like, why would they have that? Other than if they had like an entire cart. Wait, one time this lady had it like all the Squishmallows from the aisle in her cart before. Do you remember that? I think it was at like Dollar General. I was going to go buy one and she bought all of them. Like, that's okay. That's a little weird, but I don't care what food you have.
Or like the people that were buying all the toilet paper.
Yeah, that's a little wonky.
Well, and like, have you ever like compared the prices of like an unhealthy granola bar to a healthy granola bar?
The same.
I just mean like protein bars versus like a Chewy bar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Protein bars are like $6 to $8 for like 8 bars. You can get a whole big box of Chewy bars for like $10.
I think a lot of the people that are complaining about that too, though, don't realize that most kids are very picky. And like, maybe you were a parent, But maybe you just forced your children to eat things, or if they didn't eat, they just didn't eat, right? Because they didn't eat dinner.
Then you're
Most
going to
people
bed.
want their kids to be happy and fed. And like if my kid only eats, or like your kid only eats like Triscuits and cheese and like whatever else, guess what they're gonna have? Because it makes sure that they're not starving.
I just think
Just don't-
genuinely you should all mind your fucking business. Mind the business that pays you, okay? Stop worrying about where your $36 a year is going on average. Just got to make that clear. It's not
Yeah.
everybody. Some people pay less, some people pay more, but it's really a tiny chunk of your taxes, and I guarantee you if SNAP goes away, you're still going to be paying those taxes because the government's not going to give up your money.
No.
They're still going to they're going to find something new to tax you for, and I don't know, man. If all of my taxes go to feeding people, I would be happy.
Me too.
I don't understand that argument. Like, why are we mad about? I don't get it. Why are we mad about what people are eating? People are eating. Shouldn't you just be happy that people are eating?
Yeah.
I wonder how many less people were on like government assistance, like when we were kids, when people made a somewhat livable wage.
I don't know.
'Cause I bet a lot less.
Probably. But the thing is, when you don't raise minimum wage, but you constantly raise the prices of things, that's just what happens.
The
Yeah.
prices have been the minimum wage has been the same for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee anything that you would have bought 20 years ago is significantly doubled, tripled, quadrupled.
Oh yeah.
Try to think about how much stuff you can buy for less money than 1 hour at minimum wage. It's like almost nothing. Like there's barely anything you can buy that's cost the minimum wage is like $7.50 or something.
$7.25.
How much things can you think of in the store that you can buy with $7.25? Imagine how many hours you have to work.
Barely buy a fucking meal.
Also, let me tell you something. Walmart, why are 40% of their employees on SNAP? Walmart literally, or is it 60%? It's a good chunk of
It's
their
I think
employees
40.
that are on SNAP, and it's because they get incentives from the government to have their employees on SNAP. Not to mention SNAP benefits improve the economy so much. They stimulate the economy. So we don't just need it for the people that are starving in this country. We also need it for the economy because otherwise grocery prices would be even more astronomical.
And there's a lot of teachers that are on SNAP.
Because they get paid like shit.
I just want to throw it out there on the comment of minimum wage that at our local grocery store, a pound of ground beef is $10. So you could do an hour of work for
And still
minimum
not
wage
be able to-
and not be able to afford a pound of ground beef.
That's insane.
And that could potentially be like that's not even enough meat for like an entire bigger family.
That's barely enough meat for our family. Like when we normally only ever cook a pound of beef, but we also make things like we have to do the whole pound pasta sauce if we're doing spaghetti, add water to our pasta sauce, and then we have spaghetti, garlic bread, and a vegetable just to fill everybody up.
Yeah.
Because of a pound, and we never have leftovers with a pound of beef.
No, her kids eat. That's another thing. I'm so sick of people when like somebody puts a cooking video and it'll be like it's parents are always just making spaghetti for their kids. You want to know why? Because kids like spaghetti.
My spaghetti.
Oh God.
My kids are so picky.
Oh,
but
they are.
They will devour it. See, that's the thing is like it. Especially after a long day of school, like when my kids come home and I want to make them something I know they're going to eat.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they need to eat. They need brain food. They need to like fuel their bodies after a long day of school. And carbohydrates, protein, vegetables. That's a perfect, well-rounded meal. Mm-hmm. Stop being concerned about what people are spending their SNAP benefits on. If there's any way you can help out people who don't have SNAP benefits this month, please do it. Donate money, food, or your time to local food banks.
Or knowledge.
Offer a meal to your neighbor or your friend that's going without this month. And
Check on your elderly friends.
and disabled people. And be kind, for God's sake. I don't understand the hatred of everybody.
So why is everybody always in such a rush and they're so fucking angry and cranky?
Everybody's so angry. It's annoying. Maybe if we came together as a community, people would stop being fucking angry. And maybe we've just understood that some people need more help than you. Okay? Not everyone is you. And you are one bad emergency away from being the people you hate.
Yep.
Right. People don't understand that they're so significantly closer to being homeless than to being a billionaire, millionaire, whatever.
Yep. Happy holidays.
God, this topic makes me so angry. And the people that are cheering this on, I want to punch you all because you're cheering on kids starving, and that's fucking insane.
Or elderly or
Elderly
disabled people.
I don't disregard anybody else. They're all just as important. Even the drug addicts, even the local drug addicts who are now going to starve, they are still just as important and as worthy of food as anybody else.
Food
Exactly.
is a human right.
You know how many people will literally say, no, it's not? That's insane. How can you? I can't. I didn't ask to be on this earth, okay? None of us did. We're all here because of the actions of the people before us.
Propaganda does wonders.
I'm having heart palpitations from this conversation.
Can you be socialist somewhere else?
Yes.
Let me tell you a secret.
Please.
Billionaires believe in socialism for them because that's literally what they do. That's their life. They're billionaires get more government subsidies than anybody else.
Yep.
It's so funny.
And now they just got a permanent tax break if the bill goes through.
And
Yeah.
in the words of Zoran Mamdani, the billionaires would have spent less money if they just paid the extra 2% that he wanted to charge them than paying for all this stupid propaganda against it.
I just saw a video earlier that this girl was going through how much like corporations and like billionaires are paying in taxes, and none of them were over like, I think the highest percentage I heard was 25, and she's a small business owner who only makes like 60 or something K a year, and she's paying 35% in taxes.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Make it make sense.
Walmart only pays 20% in taxes. There was a billionaire on that list that paid like 6% in taxes.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And small business owners who are only bringing in 60K a year are paying 35% of that 60K.
Literally.
And before you say, well, billionaires are still paying more money, that's not the point. It's the percentage of your income. It should all, billionaires, even if you don't want billionaires to have to pay more, it should all be the same.
Yes.
We shouldn't, lower class and middle class shouldn't be paying more percentage of their income to taxes than the billionaires. And the tax cuts that Donald Trump is proposing are permanent. I'm so sick of
You go crazy talking about this.
I was just telling them earlier, I've been going through like medical shit and like we're looking for a diagnosis, but the diagnosis that we're thinking, it was like, oh, if you're stressed, figure out what's causing your stress and try to eliminate it. Please tell me how I do that.
How? Literally how?
How do I eliminate the
Eliminate
stress
yourself.
of the world burning? I was going to say that too.
On top of everyday life.
I have 4 kids. The world is fucking crumbling around us. The only thing not stressful is
Sex.
Sleeping.
sleeping when I'm not awake, when I'm unconscious or
Essie.
doing other things in bed. Oh, maybe I just gotta do that 24 hours a day. What do I do with my kids?
Fend for yourselves. I'm fucking.
Fucking.
I promise we don't do that when the kids are awake. Leave me alone. Don't call the police on me. All right, we gotta end this shit.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm really ending it like that.
Period. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like,
period.
share, and subscribe.
Sometimes, like, I've had it. We'll be going over their
I think it's because I was